All right, guys. Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this evening. I wanted to come on and do a collective reading, and I've prayed over this space and asked all of my guides to come in and to create a protective space for anyone who's here, who is here to receive messages, and let's just see what guidance we have coming in for us today and for you guys. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. As we are doing a collective message, there are going to be some things that do resonate with you and other things that don't. We're not all the same, but we are all having a very similar experience, and so some things are there to just kind of give you those synchronicities that this is for you. There is something here for you. So stick around. I hope you have a good time, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you receive some guidance that you're looking for right now. So as I was meditating over this, I was just kind of sitting, and I felt like there were a few things that were coming in. I suppose just as like confirmations maybe for somebody. I got fireflies, fire trucks, and then in my head I just thought, like, this is a lot of just fire energy, and it made me think of like the phoenix rising, and that made me think about how, this year coming up is the year of the fire horse, the year of the phoenix rising. So everything that we've released thus far has been preparing us, and if we haven't fully released it, we're going to continue that, so that renewed energy, that phoenix rising from the ashes, that momentum forward can pull us through this next year to bring in all those things that we made space for in 2025. So while this is intended on being a timeless message, it is also right on the cusp of the Gregorian calendar New Year of 2025, going on into 2026. So I know there's a lot of people that use this as their new year and releasing, and there definitely is, as we're moving into a new month, right? Still that cycle, right? That we can do. But if you are feeling like there's still stuff that's like ruminating, there's still stuff you're not fully ready to let go of, and it doesn't feel like the timing is right, that is okay. And it doesn't mean that you're behind. I'm actually learning more and more about this, but it's one of the things that I think we're starting to hear more about, and is kind of resurfacing, is the original calendar that we had, which was made up of 13 months, and it was more based off of the seasons. And so with that being said, we're right in the middle of winter, right? Or at the beginning of winter, really. And so it doesn't really make sense for there to be this transition into a new year in the dead of winter, when everything is still dead and dying off, and it's the time to like rest and recharge. So really it makes sense that in the springtime is when the new year would start, right? When things start to bloom, start to blossom, the flowers start to come up, the birds start chirping, everything starts to wake up like a beautiful morning, touched by the sun, right? And you just hear the day wake up. And that's what spring is, really, post-winter. And so that's really when, energetically, when like the new year starts. So if you feel like that aligns more with you, sure, go celebrate with friends, have a good time, be safe. But if you don't feel like you have it all figured out yet, and there's still stuff that's like ruminating, it's okay. Try doing it with the spring. And like I said, it's not to say you can't do your intentions. I think it's always great to reflect and take time to meditate. And this is something that I myself struggle with. I'm still building that practice, right? And the beautiful thing about meditation and about a meditation practice is that it is a practice, right? So if we don't do it, if we feel like we fall off the bandwagon, it's okay. Just set a little bit of time, even if it's a minute. Take some deep breaths and try to sit in stillness. And if anything comes to your mind, if it helps you, write it down. And then take some more deep breaths. And eventually, once all those things that are on your mind get cleared off, then it allows there to be the space to sit. And it's so good for us. And I also understand that that is challenging for a lot of us because our minds don't like to be quiet, right? And it's even harder nowadays because we're used to TikTok and Instagram and the shorts and all these things. It's like boom, 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 right? And it's all this dopamine fixes. So anyway, I could go on a tangent. And perhaps this is something that you guys actually need to hear, but all of that to be said, bringing it back to our breath, bringing it back to stillness, even if it's for a minute, can be so helpful and so important. So start with a minute and then build 3 minutes, 5, or however long you feel like you can. And it doesn't always have to be the same amount, right? So if you only have a minute, great. Take that, disconnect from everything, all the noise, all the distraction, and just center yourself. Okay, so that was one of the other things I was getting, was to slow down, take deep breaths. Don't feel like you're in a rush. You're not. You don't have to be. It is the time to slow down. It is the time where our bodies need to slow down and rest and recharge, and you don't have to try to fit everything in 2 days for the next year, right? Divine timing is divine timing. It's perfect and aligned to you, and you won't miss anything, okay? So don't feel like you have to rush. Rest is important, and it will actually benefit you more to rest and then be more 100% yourself and bring that energy to whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's work, family, play, yourself, your creative endeavors, So, yeah, those were some of the channel messages I was coming in. Yeah, so I have a couple smaller decks. I'm not using any tarot today. All of these are oracle decks. So yeah, we're just gonna jump in and see. So the first one I'm using is Work Your Light Oracle cards. So I'm just gonna shuffle these God, Spirit, what do you have for the collective today that you want to share? What do they need to know? One more shuffle. Everyone had good holidays. All right. All right, Spirit, what do the collective need to know? All right. First one that came out is mirror. Who or what is triggering you? You can see that. This just makes me think, one, taking that time to reflect, right? That we were talking about sitting and meditating and digging a little deeper and seeing what is it that is triggering you? Have you been triggered lately? It's okay to be triggered. It is something that it really is a reflection of just an inner hurt, an inner wound that we weren't able to process at a different, when that particular scenario happened. And people in our lives often will trigger that. And whenever you're triggered, I want you to look at it as an opportunity to discover, what was that triggered me? Why did that trigger me? What's deeper there? Because whatever is deeper there is an opportunity to heal that, right? And it's coming up because it wants to be healed. It wants to be resolved. So then you can start working on it, right? If you're not aware of it, then it's just a subconscious thing happening in the background, right? And we're just reacting all the time. And we don't want to be reactionary. We want to take control of our lives, right? We want to be intentional is the word I'm getting, So in your reflection, take that time to think about maybe who is triggering you in your life, whether that's at work, it might be a coworker, it might be a family member, it might be a significant other, a sibling, a friend, right? We are all mirrors of each other, okay? Even the people that you're jealous of, why are you jealous of them? Is it something that you admire and you wish that you had? A quality that they embody, that they're doing, and it's something that you actually wish that you did, but you don't, and so therefore you're jealous? A lot of times it can show up that way, in jealousy or envy. And it doesn't always have to be in conversation, right? Or an argument and how you're being triggered. It could be from observing somebody and noticing a sensation, you're agitated or you're irritated or you're annoyed. You're like, well, I don't know that person maybe, but yet I'm still finding I'm annoyed at them. I don't know anything about them, right? But maybe it's they're mirroring something in you that you desire and you feel lack of. But the beautiful thing is that because we're all mirrors of each other, we're a reflection of anything that we want and we desire. We have the ability to do that within ourselves. And we just have to reach down and find it and pull that part out of us. believe in ourselves, love ourselves, and know, like, if this is what I want and I set my mind to it, I can do this, right? And this is a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, like, I can take my own advice, you know? And that's the beautiful thing about these messages, is that what I share with you, it's also medicine for me, right? And what I see in other people, what I admire in other people, even, I don't have to think that that's outside of me and like only they can do it. I also know, like, man, if that's inspiring to me, that means like there's something in me that wants to do that. And I know that I can do that. So, that's just another side, like a flip side of the mirroring aspect and the mirroring component, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be triggering in a bad way. It could be triggering in a good way, like an inspirational way. So anyway, that's the first thing that's coming out. We have one card, and well, when she goes, right? All right, Spirit, what else do you have for the collective? What else do they need to know? What would you like them to know? Woohoo! All right. I love it. Once they come out, they start coming out. Cool. Okay, we got a few. Yeah, okay, we're going to take them. So, we're going to start with these. So, this one is called Mintaken, or Mintaken. It says, longing for home, belonging, the original lightworkers. So, that's that. Sorry, I'm filming on my phone and my computer at the same time so that I have two different formats, I should suppose. So, with this, I feel like this kind of makes me think of like, the first thing I'm getting is like, perhaps some of you just moved from home. Maybe you just started going off to college, or and maybe you weren't able to get back for the holidays, and so there's this sense of like you're longing for home, and that familiarity, and family, and that holiday time. In general, I feel like with this like belonging and longing for home, maybe you also moved for work, or there was some sort of like transitional space, and you're not quite rooted yet, right? Maybe it's even just like changing jobs, right? And you're in a new office, and maybe you feel like you're just different, right? And still getting used to the environment, or maybe you just feel like you're unique, right? So much of this is about being unique and different, and I feel like you're meant to be different, right? It's like, it's saying the original light workers. So you're meant to stand out in the crowd. You're meant to be different. You're meant to be outspoken. You're meant to be observant. You're meant to see things in a different way, because that it comes together with your creative ideas. It comes together with what you bring to your position or what you bring to your community. And we're all unique. So that being said, like, it can feel challenging to be different. It can feel like you're a black sheep, and like you might have always felt that way in your family. I know I did. But like with that, that's also like you're meant to break those chains. You're meant to break those cycles. And it's a really empowering place to be. And it also comes with those challenges of overcoming that. But once you overcome that, once you build that tougher skin, once you become comfortable with knowing, like, yes, I am unique. Yes, I am weird. Like, I'm going to date myself a little bit, but back in like the 2000s, I think it was, they used to have these keychains and they had like all these funny sayings, and like they were in like these little plastic molds or whatever, and some were like sparkly under, and some were just like weird colors. And anyway, there was one that said, "I know I'm weird." And I had that. And I was like, yes, I know I'm weird. Like, I'm owning this. Like, I am weird. And that's totally okay. And so when someone says, like, you're weird or you're quirky or whatever, I'm like, yes, I am. Thank you. You know, like, I take that as a compliment because I am. And that's part of what makes me me. And so own that part of you, right? And it's not to say that it doesn't get challenging sometimes, right? So know that you're not alone. Know that your team, your guides, you're supported, and you will be brought into a community in the right timing. And that's coming. Like, so many people are being brought together, like-minded people are being brought together right now. So, it's okay to long for that home, but you've never actually been separate from it, right? Like it's still within you, and you carry it with you. And like your loved ones and the energy of those around you, like even when you're not by them, are still with you. Like you're in their thoughts, you're in their prayers, you're in their, like, they're sending that love and like support to you. And even if that's not family, like it's the people that know you and care about you. Yeah. So the next one is the Great Gathering. It says it's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. So fun. So this is the soul tribe. All your peoples, they're coming together. We're all in this together. Do, do, do. Full house, anyone? Right? The Great Gathering. What is this Great Gathering? A full house. So who knows? Maybe like right with New Year's Eve, like usually there's a big gathering of people, a full house, you know. So maybe that's part of where you start meeting your soul tribe. Because like I said, right now all of this is happening. It's coming together. Literally, like it's saying here, it's coming together. Anything that you felt more like clouded about or foggy about, like that's also coming. Like you're going to get more intuition, like follow those intuitive hits and take action on them. But part of that's going to come in those moments of reflection, right? And keep doing the work. So let's see what the next one is. Do I want to do it this way? I want to do it this way. Okay. break the chain. All right. I said this too. I love this. This is so exciting. Okay. So this says break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewrite the future. So what did I say? You are the chain breaker, right? You're breaking these chains that have, like, these patterns that have been, for generations. So that's why you are this black sheep. That's why you are unique. And it's why you can feel out of place, or like you don't belong, or just like it's hard to really find people that understand you. And just trust that it's all like in time, in divine timing, like, and it's happening, right? Like, this is part of what's happening now, right? In this momentum of 2026 that's happening, so I feel like through December and January, part of February, right, you're still in this like receiving and being slow and reflecting, and you're starting to see little sprinkles of how it's coming together, right? Like the people are coming to you, you're starting to make connections and not feel so alone. And I think by, like mid-February to the end of February and March is when you're really going to start seeing more of this like come to fruition and really blossom. And all this inner work and this reflecting that you've been doing and the healing that you've been doing by sitting and looking at like what's been triggering you, good, bad, whatever, right? That's part of what is helping to break these ancestral patterns and rewrite that future, right? And I feel like so much of what you've already been doing a lot of this work too, right? It's not something that is just starting. This is like 2025 is like an ending, right? So that we're actually moving into what you've created from the healing that you've done. We've always have healing. There will always be more healing to do, right? Like, it's a journey. There is not a destination that we achieve where we're just like, I'm 100% healed, right? Even people that reach enlightenment, if they don't stay in their meditative practice, if they don't stay connected to their practice and their ways that they have learned, they will also fall off the bandwagon, right? It's just easier for them not to, because there's a certain level of like, once you see it, you can't go back, right? So once you achieve a certain level, you're like locked in there, and like there's a certain point where you can't go back again, and you can only go up. You can stay in like a range, but you can't go like up 4 floors and then down to the first, right? If you go down, it might be to the 3rd, right? And then back up, and then once you reach the 5th, and you're at 5th, and you can go up to 6 and drop down to the bottom of 5. But like, so there's incremental like areas where you can only drop so much, but you can't go all the way down to base level anymore. Like, your vibration is too high. It just won't work. And there's things that you can't unsee and you can't unknow once they click and once they resonate. It just is at that point, right? And those that don't see, like, that's when we start to see other things fall away, right? Like sometimes like relationships or family dynamics or jobs or, friends that they're not growing with us, and therefore we're outgrowing them. And it's okay, right? We send love and light and happiness and well wishes, and no matter how things end, because anything else hurts you more than it hurts them. Yeah? Karma's karma for a reason. So, and I think actually that is part of breaking the chains and rewriting the future that you want and that you desire. And that one that's positive and full of love, right? And that's like this time frame that we're in. All of these doctrines that we have grown up with and have been around for so many years, like those are breaking, they're crumbling, and we're seeing it in front of our eyes, and they're trying to hold on, and that's why there's so much fear being spread. But ultimately, what's happening under the surface and behind the scenes that people can't always see is so much more powerful, and it's more positive than they're trying to make it out to be, right? So hold faith in that, believe, and visualize the future that you want in positivity, and believe it can happen, because you have power and you can make it happen. And when we all think it, and we all believe it, and we all speak to it, that's how we use our creative power and create the world that we actually want to live in. So if we want love and peace, then let's create love and peace. So part of this is, it says starseed, what lights you up, right? So this is one of the other things to think about. What lights you up? Do that thing. Or things, right? Whatever lights you up, do that. Because that creates more vibration, it creates more joy, it creates more positivity, and that spreads like wildfire. Fire, right? You are a phoenix rising. Use that energy, right? If you think of like horses, right? When they're running full speed in a pasture or like on the beach or in wide open space, it just speaks freedom and joy, right? And it's like inspiring, and you're like, oh, that just seems like it'd be so amazing. That's what the energy of you doing what lights you up does in the collective. So in the year of the horse, find the things that light you up and do them. Explore them. If you're not doing them now, like explore them. Take a class, do a thing, try something new. So there was something that I saw the other day, and it was an ad, but it was like, I don't know if it was a new habit a day or a new habit a week or a new habit a month, but it was something like that. And you can subscribe to it or purchase it, and then they send you something, whatever that time frame is, they send you a new thing to try. So like one was like candle making, another one was like something with like herbs. I don't know. Those are the two I remember. Anyway, they had a bunch. And anyway, that just seemed like a really fun thing to try. So anyway, maybe search that if that, hits your button. Okay, the other one is protection. It says call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So that's that. At any given point, We encounter a lot of people in a day, right? And energy is energy. It transcends digital screens. It transcends time and space, right? So there's people we encounter and we don't necessarily think about it, but we encounter them and we sometimes leave some of our energy with them. And other times they leave some of their energy with us, right? Good, bad, whatever. Might not be intentional and totally fine. But this is part of when you're sitting in your reflection, when you're sitting in your meditation, or whenever you think about it, right? We want all of as much of our energy with us as we can. So it's good to just center ourselves, take a few deep breaths, and just say, I call back all of my energy that I have left with others, and I send any energy back that is not mine to those that it belongs to with love and light. And then I did hear something too on, like, if somebody was sending you negative energy, a way that you can do it, and they described like energy is energy, right? So positive or negative. We are powerful alchemists, so we can transmute that energy and alchemize it. So we could also say, anyone that is sending me any negative energy, may it be used in a positive way, or may it be transcended into light and love and used for all things positive and good. So I don't remember exactly how she said it. The intention is the important part. So even if you're not perfect in how you say it, I promise you that after you hear this, you will probably find a video that helps you to say it, right? If this is something that you feel aligned to. But the point is, you can start by saying it however it feels aligned to you, and perhaps you will be more articulate in it than I am in this particular moment. Okay, so last card of this says Council of the Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. See? They will help you. So this essentially is about your team, right? You have people, spirits, angels, guardians looking after you. They're helping you behind the scenes. They're helping to orchestrate the positive things in your life. All things in your life. And sometimes things that aren't seemingly positive are blessings in disguise. Or helping us to learn lessons, right? And I know there's a few different ideas on that, but yeah, I really quickly want to pull from my Archangel Michael deck and to see what messages he has, because I want to try to keep this on the spiritual side. Archangel Michael, Divine Protector and Guardian. What messages do you have for this beautiful collective today? Thank you, everyone, so far for all of the messages that have been coming through. Super appreciate it. One more shuffle. No? Okay, just kidding. I want to see this one and this one. So before I actually do that. I opened to both of those. So I'm going to shuffle one more time. And then, after that, we'll see what comes out. And, yeah, if there's any other messages that you'd like to share. If I can pull cards. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit today. Don't ask me where my English accent came from all of a sudden. Just decided to show up. Accents do that here and there. It's quite fun, I think. Are these the messages, or do you have any more? Ooh, can we, okay, that seems like a lot. That's a lot, though. See, I always wonder in these moments, do I take them? That seems like a lot. Okay. I feel like I just heard, like, why are you questioning the divine? I'm gonna go one more time. One more go. Thank you. That was clear. Thank you. Alright. Okay, who's first? I've got a lot, guys. Alright. You know what's funny? And I do tend to love this because you can't necessarily see from the laptop, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the cards from the Work Your Light Oracle. And then here I am saying, how many cards? That seems like a lot. Well, when 4 come out at one time, and we got 7. So a lot of times this happens. I don't know why my readings always have tons and tons of cards. But it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate all the messages. Okay, so carry on, Alyssa. All right, so the first one is you are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. With these, they come with a prayer. So I'm going to read the prayer. And if you feel any particular connection to any of these prayers, feel free to pause the video and write it down. And then say it off as often as you need. I can also show you the card and you can screenshot it. It is going to be a little harder to see. Okay. My prayer. Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Name specific individuals. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life. The next one is guarded and protected. You are guarded and protected, as I said. So that's just more confirmation that they're giving. Right, by this Council of Light. It says, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we are safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it is right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Right, so I feel like so often we just feel like, oh, we have to do this on our own, we have to push through, it's hard to ask for help. I think this is also it's safe to ask for help even in your life, right, with the people that are actually around you. And I think this is also speaking on like your soul families coming in, like people that you can rely on are coming in, people that you feel connected to are coming in. And so you're having more support. So you definitely have the support in the like spirit realm and those around you. And I think you're going to be feeling and seeing more of that in your physical life as well. So, yeah. It says God is in charge. Oh, I don't know why I'm crooked there. God is in charge. Doo-doo. What I like about this is it's like, I feel like this is more of like Mary and Jesus, and then like Archangel Michael. But how I feel like I'm seeing it is more like this is you, right? And your loved ones that we're talking about are protected over here. And this is how in close proximity Archangel Michael is to you at all times. He's got your back. He's got your back. Okay? So he cuts through confusion. He cuts through the BS. He cuts through lies, deception, all of it. He helps to bring clear communication. So again, divine timing, but you are protected. And like these are ways that can also show up in helping. So, dear God, please help me let go of the situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Right? So whatever is going on, just say this prayer and know that you have not just Archangel Michael on your side, but also Jesus and Mary and this entire team. And this is just some of them, right? Like each of our teams of like guardians and guides and light beings that work with us, angels, right? Plus, right? There's so many. They're all unique to us, and so this protection, like this prayer, is for that whole team. Like they're all going to help you in that in multiple different ways, and however they're specific to being able to help you through it. Yeah. So just know that you are so divinely covered. And this, right, just shows us. It says a favorable outcome, right? And what I love about this is it has the balance of the scales. Favorable outcome. I'm trying to get that to where you could take a picture if you wanted. In this first one, I noticed this. I didn't mention it, but I noticed it. There is the balancing of the scales here. And then it's here again. La la. So it says, thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. So I really like this in that the first two that came out, it was like one was the prayer about keeping you and your loved ones safe, and then the next one was like the answer to the prayer and like the thank you, and then the next one is the prayer of helping with the situation, and then the next one is like there's a favorable outcome and the thank you to the prayer. So I feel like Spirit and God is just, and like the universe is trying to tell you, like, your prayers will be answered, right? And Jesus says this in the Bible, right? Like, pray, ask, and you shall receive, right? And yeah, that. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Sorry. See? Be gentle with yourself. Even if you can't seem to get this in focus, it's okay. It's okay. Just throw your head back and breathe. Rest. It says, Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything I think, speak, and do. Help me to know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt to you so that I may experience lasting inner peace. So beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is talking about the healing that you're doing. And loving yourself. Yeah? Love yourself. You deserve that love. And sometimes we didn't receive the love that we need. Sometimes we don't. Some people didn't receive the love that they needed and didn't have that shown to them as an example. And some people figured it out on their own. Others did not. And they have their own healing to do. And so when we give that love to ourselves, we start to show them and be that example of the love that we're looking for to be reflected back to us. And when we give that love to ourselves, we will start to see that reflected back to us because, what did I say? We are all mirrors of each other. Yes? So the energy that we put out is the energy we get back. Cha? Cha. So, love. Love yourself. Give yourself a good snuggle. A good hug. Just, I love you. It's okay. That was hard. I'm proud of you. Good job. Good pat on the back. It seems silly, but do it. It works. And it says, spend more time outdoors. Spend more time outdoors. Right? I think this is part of the being gentle with yourself. Mother Nature, let it hold you. Let her hold you. Nature is very healing. It says, thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. What do we do? Now, again, it's cold, so it might be a little hard to go outside sometimes. But we're in California. Well, some of us are. If you're in an area that happens to be sunny, enjoy the sun when you can, right? Have the sprinkles, even if you have to put a jacket on. Get the sunshine when you can, because it's not always available. Yeah? But it's so good for you. Hug a tree. Trees are great. They, they don't say a lot, but they listen really well. So do rocks. Also, they're very, cooling, especially in the winter. But they're very supportive, right? Both of them. And they're just amazing to be around. It's good. It's good. You should do it. So maybe, in your time of reflection, if you have a warmer day or some sunshine, little pocket of sunshine, try to go out. Okay, guys, last card. Prayer will help the situation. Right? So, clearly, there is a situation for some or all of you. And prayer, right? Just like I said, ask and you shall receive. So, but you also have to be willing to listen, right? Because sometimes we are looking for a very specific answer, right? And if it's not meant for us, we might be asking for the thing, and God's like, my answer is no, because it's not good for you. So I'm protecting you by not giving you that thing that you want, because you actually need this over here, or not that, right? So be willing to listen and accept with grace and love, and follow what you feel, right? Sometimes our head and our heart, our gut are like a little disconnected, right? So, yeah. So this says, Dear God and Archangel Michael, and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention. Describe the situation. I welcome your help, and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle, and ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you. Amen. Right, so we had a situation earlier that it talked about, but this feels a little bit more like urgent. I have a beautiful book. This is a great book. It has gotten me through a lot of amazing times, hard times, confusing times, and from my awareness, it is on Amazon. So I will actually find this and put the link in the description. So please click on my link so that I can also benefit by getting the credit, and we help each other out. But mostly it's about like finding this, because it's, whether you get it through my, it would be great if you got it through my link, but if not, I show you this so that you can find it. I happened to be guided to this at like a secondhand bookstore, and out in DC when I was visiting out there, and it was on like, I don't know, like a super cheap bin or whatever, and it's just like a reference guide. So I like to just kind of feel and let myself be guided, let my fingers run over the pages, and just kind of sense like what and where I'm being led. A lot of times I will also close my eyes because sometimes then I can overthink. You know, it just helps to take out the senses, or connect more to the senses. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so it says, give yourself the gift of patience by Michael. Hey! So I pulled this in reference to this particular prayer, this last prayer that we did. It says, when there is confusion in your desires, you lack the clarity necessary to create beneficial changes in your life. Confused desires will generate confused goals. The ability to know and understand the wants and needs of your heart is the first step in receiving clarity. Why do you want to initiate this change? How do you believe that it will benefit your life? Concentrating on one desire at a time will also dispel confusion. This will reduce the scattered feelings that surface when you try to concentrate on too many changes at once. A step-by-step process will reduce stress and add clarity to accomplish your goals. This also allows the body time to experience the benefits or anxieties created by one change before more are created. Give your body time to adjust to the desires of change generated from within your heart. This will reduce the stress and anxiety in the body. Change that creates lasting and beneficial effects involves a unified cooperation by all aspects of the self. So, a lot of times when we start changing and making these changes, or we're letting go of things, there's a resistance, right, in our body that builds. And so much of this is because our bodies don't really like change, right? Like that whole safety mechanism of like stop, freeze, go. It's like, wait, that's different. I don't know. No, like, give me the thing that I know. Give me the thing that I know. And like, it tries to pull back. And we're like, no, we're like letting go of that, right? We're moving away from that. And there's this like reverberation, right? That like we need to allow it to have space and time. And so giving ourselves grace, right? Which I don't know, is in one of these cards. Be gentle with yourself. And maybe another one. But yeah, just sit. Let it settle in between. Right? So it says, give yourself the gift of patience. There is no need to rush the changes of your life. Channeled message. Slow down. Sense of rushing at the end of year. No need. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is so fun. It's magic. It feels like magic. Anyway, okay. Hope you guys are just as excited as I am because I'm like moving out over here. So it says, there's no need to rush the changes in your life. All is in perfect order, divine timing. You have all the time you need to initiate the changes you desire. Pushing the stream creates stress, while allowing the gentle flow creates effortless movement. Be still and listen to your heart. What are your heart's desires? In the silence, allow your mind to know and understand the wants and the needs of your heart. Then allow your body to feel the benefits or anxieties that each desired change creates. The loving counsel from your heart will allow you to create the desired changes that will benefit your growth. Are there any other messages that you guys want? I feel like this one. Was it that one, or was it because I had a bookmark in there? Nope, I'm going to say it. And the reason why I'm going to say it, actually, and I'm going to read that to you. Okay. So the reason why I'm going to say this, it says, nurture your creative talents. And what did we say over here? What lights you up? I said pursue those things, right? The joy. So it says, be creative in your pursuit of happiness. Be prepared to expand your view of life, love, and appreciation of the creativity that is present all around you will open up new doors for creative expression within your life. Focus your attention on something that feels truly creative in your present environment. Focus on its originality and uniqueness. Just like you, you're unique. Yes, you are. Notice how you feel as you admire its beauty. Do you feel more energized and more creative yourself? Once you have learned to appreciate something, you can create an opening for its presence in your life. Like this next year, right? So much opening because we've let things go, we've healed them. Yeah, so now there's an opening for presents. And we just finished Christmas, right? Which we opened our presents. Okay, so now you get to open to presents of joy and creativity and your personal presence and stillness with yourself and reflection. So anyway, stop going dark. Focus on its, right, we said uniqueness and originality. That's you. It's all you. Okay. To enhance your creative abilities, begin by admiring the beauty and love that your life represents. True admiration will awaken any latent talents lying dormant within you. Honor your creative talents and provide a nurturing environment for them to grow and mature. This will enable you to become all that you are capable of being. It will also allow you to recognize and honor the gifts and talents that are present in others. That brings me back to my thought process of when you're mirroring, right, and you're being triggered, right, even if that's like inspiring, or you're being inspired by somebody, like they have this amazing stage presence, like I want to do that, like they can speak, like who knows, maybe somehow you're like inspired by the fact that I'm on here speaking. Like that would be amazing, because I'm literally just starting this, right? So welcome to my journey. But it's an example to you, right? You can do it. You can use your voice. It's a beautiful thing. Use it. It's strong. You've got this. So whoever is mirroring the things that you enjoy, that you find inspiration from, or talents that you feel called to or want to pick up, or have always had an interest in, but maybe you've never like pursued, now's the time, right? Do it. And what better place to like be inspired by creativity than in nature, right? Like literally, it's creation. Nature is one of the most biggest inspirations for creativity, in the sense that like it's just fascinating. It's fascinating, and it's all alive. Everything has a vibration. Like it's breathtaking. So anyway, it's a great place to like sit and be in the stillness and like think about these things. Anyway, true admiration from the heart will clear any feelings of jealousy or envy. I spoke literally. Oh my gosh. Yes, that confirmation. And hey, my first confirmation burp. Appreciation of yourself and others will expand the loving nature within your heart. That self-love I was talking about. Take time each day to notice someone or something that represents the beauty of creative expression. Be joyous in your heart for the God-given talents that allow you to express yourself creatively in the world. Really quick. One of the things that I had read and was told, I think I read it, I don't know. Anyway, it was that how did it go? Like the talents that God gives you, right? That are your gifts are not meant for you. They're meant for everyone else. So if you're not using your talents, essentially you're wasting your gifts. And it's kind of like kicking the gift horse in the mouth. Now, God is a very loving God. So I think it just makes him sad, or makes God sad. I said him, but like not gender specific, right? Yeah, so I think it's more of like a sadness, and like the feeling of like you have so much to give. You're so beautiful. I created you so beautifully. Shine. Stop dimming your light. Shine. Share. Don't be scared. do what I created you to do. Like, these are these things that I gave you to share with others, to find joy in. And because you find joy in them, you do them and you express them, and others find joy and inspiration and and light and happiness or movement in some way, shape, or form that benefits them in one way or another, right? So go forth and find your joy by doing the thing and expressing your gifts, and don't be scared, because there's so much to be scared of, and it's so much fun to just play. Let us be children and play. Okay, so this is a meditation that I wrote a long time ago, and I actually put on the back of my business card, but I want to share it with you guys because it does touch on the healing aspect and taking time. So I'm just going to use this as the conclusion for today, because it has been, an hour and 11 minutes. Okay, so just, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Please give a like, follow, subscribe. I know I'm new, but if you liked it, please, 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 share the love. Please comment. And everyone just make friends in the comments, comment on each other's in light and love. Everyone, please be encouraging and loving here. Because for goodness sakes, we need more of that spread in the world. There's so much of the other, so that's not the space here. It's all love and light. So anyway, all right, everyone, take a deep breath, exhale. Breathing in, I receive healing. Breathing out, I let go of anything that does not belong in my body. Breathing in, I radiate peace and wellness. Breathing out, I let go of all pain, stress, and discomfort. Discomfort I or my body is holding on to consciously and subconsciously. I'm going to state that last piece again. Breathing out, I let go of all pain, stress, and discomfort I or my body is holding onto consciously and subconsciously. All right, guys, that takes care of the reading today. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you here next time. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you to all my guides, to my team, for protecting this space, for protecting all of you, and bringing you messages that you needed to hear. If anything resonated, please share down below. I'd love to hear and cheer y'all on. All right? Take care. Have a good night.